Hello there.
Okay, so we know for sure there's at least 2 mutant dinosaurs in Jurassic World Rebirth. One of them, of course, being the Distortis Rex, the main line villain. Another being the Mutadons. Not only do we have kind of a first look picture at what these dinosaurs are going to potentially look like, but we got a pretty good description of them from the Empire magazine release, which showed that these creatures are going to be a cross between a pterosaur and a raptor. But what if I told you there's even more mutants, that there's potentially a 3rd mutant? Well, in this video, we're going to break down everything we know about the mutant dinosaurs coming to Jurassic World Rebirth, and more specifically about the potential 3rd mutant dinosaur outside of the Distortis Rex and outside of the Mutadons that we are hearing is going to come to this movie. We're discussing it all in this video. If you guys enjoy this kind of stuff, check out my channel. I have a bunch more reports just like this, and let's get into it.
The Atomic Fair.
So yeah, this is very exciting for Jurassic fans. It's a very exciting time to be a Jurassic fan. I feel like this movie is going to make a whole bunch of money, but ultimately word of mouth may carry this movie to a whole new level of success if it is as good as the trailers are making it look. If there's not a whole bunch of corny writing, we've seen some of that stuff in the trailers, but there's a lot of potential with this movie being made by Gareth Edwards and being dabbled in quite a bit by Steven Spielberg, kind of creating the plot, and then the guy who also wrote The Lost World. Not the best Jurassic movie, but still pretty good compared to some of the later entries. We could be set up for a really good Jurassic film here, something that's probably better than the majority of films that we have seen going back to either the first Jurassic World or probably the 3rd Jurassic Park movie. So we'll have to see how it all unfolds, but it's a very ambitious and potentially great time to be a Jurassic fan. Now, we're hearing about this film that we are going to get multiple mutant dinosaurs appearing. We're hearing that we are going to get what is called the Distortis Rex. Now, she is essentially a female attempt at a Tyrannosaurus Rex that has apparently failed, and she is in like excruciating pain all of the time. She's always kind of limping around, and apparently is the apex predator of the island. She's gotten to this apex status by bullying around the other dinosaurs, probably because she's smarter than potentially some of the other dinosaurs and can kill for pleasure or kill for show as a show of dominance, things like that. But we also are hearing that we are going to have the Mutadons, who are a cross between a pterosaur and a raptor, making a pretty prominent feature in this movie and making for probably a pretty terrifying villain dinosaur, popping up and killing a whole bunch of people. This creature is probably going to have a whole bunch of scary abilities, crossing between a pterosaur and a raptor. I mean, it's essentially a flying velociraptor. That's what it seems like we are set to see. I think that could be even what we're looking at here in the CinemaCon poster. But beyond that, we're hearing reports of another mutant dinosaur, a dinosaur that is smaller in scale compared to the Distortis Rex, one that is more inspired by a xenomorph and is meant to be smaller and more agile and comparable to, say, a raptor. So if the Distortis Rex is the equivalent to the T-Rex of this movie, like say we're comparing it to the first Jurassic Park, then the new dinosaur, the new mutant that we are set to see in Jurassic World Rebirth alongside the Distortis Rex and the Mutadons would be more comparable to the raptor's role in that film. So if this ends up being true, a lot of people are kind of theorizing that this could potentially be an offspring of the Distortis Rex. I think that is very possible, but I think that this is probably going to be one of the dinosaurs that we are seeing crawling through the vents or something like that, where we kind of see Scarlett Johansson's character Zora Bennett reacting to some kind of gruesome dinosaur popping out to her in the vents in this Jurassic World Rebirth trailer. I feel like that is probably what we're looking at, or we're going to see it later in the movie as we approach the final act, or maybe as they're trying to escape the lab, there is something else that escapes with them and we get a better look at this 3rd mutant dinosaur. But right now, that is what we know. We don't know anything about the action sequences that this dinosaur will be involved in. We don't know if it'll be involved in any action sequences, or if there will just be a shot of it escaping and maybe setting up a future film appearance. We don't really know yet, but comment down below and let me know what you guys think, because up until this point, this is kind of all of the credible information that we have about another mutant villain dinosaur. And take this all with a grain of salt, guys, because what they could have been describing here could have been the Mutadons. I would have to think, though, if they were describing the Mutadons, then we would have also heard that these creatures fly, which we didn't hear. So comment down below, guys. Comment down below what you think about all this stuff. If you enjoy my channel, then consider subscribing and checking out my videos. I have a whole bunch more stuff just like this. And until the next one, guys, be safe and stay well. Bye-bye.
March winds and April showers make way for sweet May flowers, and then come June. a moon and you